Hey Lakers fans, welcome back. Today we are diving deep into the latest buzz around the Los Angeles Lakers and exploring some of the most intriguing moves that could reshape this team. The front office has been busy analyzing options, strategizing potential trades, and trying to maximize every opportunity under the current rules. Building a championship caliber team in today's NBA isn't just about grabbing the biggest names or the flashiest stars. It's about being smart, creative, and proactive, especially when it comes to assembling a roster that can compete now and in the future. The Lakers, with all their resources and aspirations, need to think several moves ahead, and the idea isn't simply to acquire one superstar and call it a day. There's a lot of nuance in how a team can approach roster construction, particularly when navigating salary caps, trade restrictions, and the strategic value of draft picks. When we look at the Lakers situation, it's clear that they need multiple pieces to elevate their competitiveness. Landing a high-tier wing could transform the team instantly. Someone who can create mismatches, defend multiple positions, and bring scoring and versatility. Players like that, the kind who can serve as a clear starter and anchor in the rotation, would make an immediate impact. But the reality is, the ideal high-end target might not always be available or feasible, which is where creativity comes into play. The Lakers front office has to explore alternative avenues, identifying not just one or two top-tier targets, but also focusing on smart, attainable moves that strengthen depth and flexibility. There's tremendous value in targeting players who may not headline every highlight reel, but bring critical attributes to the table, like athleticism, defense, versatility, and youth. These kinds of players can fill rotation roles, allow for better matchups, and offer room to adjust strategy throughout the season. Consider a scenario where the Lakers are able to secure a high-tier wing for their first pick, someone who can start and contribute consistently. That's fantastic, but the team still has gaps elsewhere, particularly in depth across wings and secondary positions. This is where second-tier players become pivotal. Guys who may not be immediate starters, but can rotate seamlessly, cover multiple positions, and maintain high energy levels become incredibly valuable. They provide the Lakers with flexibility, especially in a league where injuries, matchups, and pacing demand that teams adapt week by week. It's not just about the star talent. It's about building a foundation that allows for sustainable success. The idea of pairing a strong first option with several reliable second-tier pieces is a strategy that combines immediate impact with long-term potential. It also allows the team to leverage assets effectively, balancing current roster needs with future opportunities. Players like Josh Green, for instance, illustrate the type of acquisition that can be smart for the Lakers. While he might not be a headline superstar, his attributes align with what the team requires. He's a young wing, just 25, bringing athleticism, defensive capability, and the experience of playing alongside established veterans. While there are questions about his injury history, his size and versatility make him an asset capable of defending multiple positions and contributing across the rotation. The value in such players isn't just in their immediate production, but also in how they fit within the larger roster strategy. A team can create balance by combining one high-tier starter with versatile role players who complement the existing core. This approach doesn't just fill minutes. It strengthens the team in critical ways, allowing for adjustments depending on matchups or strategic goals. Another aspect that often gets overlooked is the strategic use of contract structures. Acquiring players who have multi-year deals or specific salary profiles can open doors to creative moves later in the season. For example, teams may be willing to part with a player to clear salary space, even if the return isn't immediate assets. This is where negotiation and timing become crucial. The Lakers could explore trades where they absorb a contract with upside, perhaps paired with a future pick swap, allowing both sides to feel they've gained value. It's a delicate balance between maintaining financial flexibility and acquiring talent that genuinely strengthens the roster. The new CBA and its implications on trades and cap space make these strategies even more relevant. Navigating these waters successfully can give the Lakers a distinct advantage over other teams who may be constrained by fewer options. Depth, versatility, and youth are the pillars for a team aiming to contend consistently. The Lakers are in a position to target multiple young, athletic wings who can rotate across positions, provide defensive intensity, and fit within the team's long-term timeline. Even if acquiring the ultimate star isn't feasible, focusing on players who check multiple boxes in terms of skill, position flexibility, and age ensures that the team remains competitive. Think of it as building a web of interconnected talent. Each piece adds value individually, but also amplifies the effectiveness of the entire unit. When a rotation can seamlessly interchange roles, defend different positions, and maintain high energy levels throughout games, the team becomes far more resilient. One of the keys to success is maximizing what is available. Players like Keon Ellis, Domu, Haywood Highsmith, or others who fit the young, versatile mold can transform depth into a strategic advantage. When you combine these acquisitions with careful management of cap space and future draft considerations, the Lakers can create a flexible, adaptive roster capable of responding to evolving challenges. This isn't just about signing names. It's about strategically aligning pieces to create the best possible synergy on the floor. By bringing in players who complement each other, the Lakers can maintain competitive rotations while keeping an eye on long-term goals. The structure and sequencing of these moves matter just as much as the individual acquisitions. Timing is also critical. Some moves only become viable closer to the trade deadline, and patience can be just as important as creativity. By waiting for the right opportunity, the Lakers can avoid hasty decisions and instead execute trades that maximize value. Acquiring a player like Josh Green, for instance, may not be urgent today, but when paired with other transactions, he can become a foundational piece that strengthens the team both now and in future seasons. This approach emphasizes strategic planning, leveraging existing assets while creating opportunities to further enhance the roster without overspending or overcommitting prematurely. The Lakers' strategy also needs to consider multiple contingencies. Even if the high-end target like Andrew Wiggins or Miles Bridges isn't available, the team can still construct a competitive lineup by aggregating multiple versatile, young players. The combination of athletic wings, defensive specialists, and high-energy rotation players allows for depth and flexibility, which can often outweigh the impact of a single marquee acquisition. By balancing top-tier acquisitions with smart role players, the Lakers can address weaknesses, maintain balance, and preserve options for future seasons. This multi-layered approach is about making the roster adaptable and sustainable, ensuring that every move contributes meaningfully to the team's success. With the right execution, the Lakers could create a roster that balances immediate contention with long-term flexibility. Whether it's combining a high-tier starter with multiple young wings or creatively managing salary and assets, the goal is to build a team that can compete at the highest level while retaining options for the future. Each acquisition, each trade, and each strategic decision is part of a bigger picture that prioritizes depth, versatility, and adaptability. When structured correctly, this approach allows the Lakers to stay competitive, respond to challenges, and position themselves as a strong contender in any scenario. Now, taking the strategy a step further, the Lakers have to think not only about who they can acquire, but also about how each piece fits into the overall vision of the team. It isn't enough to simply bring in talented players. The focus must be on creating cohesion, chemistry, and positional balance. In a league as competitive as the NBA, the teams that succeed are those that can maximize the potential of every player while maintaining a clear identity on both ends of the floor. For the Lakers, this means combining shooting, defensive versatility, playmaking, and youth to complement their veteran core. Finding players who can slot into multiple roles and contribute immediately can help offset injuries, fatigue, and matchup challenges, which are inevitable across an 82-game season and a deep playoff run. One of the central challenges is navigating the salary cap while still targeting impactful players. The Lakers have to be strategic about which contracts to take on and how they structure deals. Acquiring players with expiring contracts or reasonable multi-year deals allows the team to maintain flexibility while still bolstering depth. For example, Bringing in a young, athletic wing who has a couple of years left on his deal might not yield immediate draft assets, but it does give the Lakers room to maneuver in future trade scenarios. These players can serve as building blocks for the roster, providing a foundation of defensive intensity, versatility, and youth. Their presence allows the team to explore high-value trades or free agent signings down the line without compromising the current competitive window. Moreover, the Lakers need to consider positional overlap and spacing on the floor. Adding multiple wings or versatile forwards creates opportunities for creative lineups, defensive switches, and offensive spacing that can exploit opponent weaknesses. Players like Keon Ellis, Idot Domu, or Haywood Highsmith offer length, athleticism, and defensive prowess, which can be leveraged in a rotation that maximizes minutes for the starters while ensuring energy and impact throughout the bench. This strategy also allows the team to maintain a consistent level of intensity and performance, even when star players need rest or face tough matchups. Essentially, depth becomes a multiplier, turning potential role players into crucial contributors who can sustain high-level performance across the season. Timing remains a crucial component of roster construction. Waiting for the right moment to execute trades or sign players can make a significant difference in maximizing value. Players who may not seem essential today could become critical pieces in the right scenario, whether it's due to injuries, underperformance, or changing league dynamics. The Lakers front office has to monitor these variables closely, remaining agile and ready to act when opportunities arise. Even trades that initially appear minor, such as acquiring a second-tier player in exchange for salary or a pick swap, can compound over time and result in a stronger, more balanced roster. The key is strategic foresight combined with flexibility, ensuring that every move contributes to both immediate competitiveness and long-term roster health. Another aspect to consider is player development and how younger acquisitions can grow within the Lakers system. Integrating versatile, athletic players into a team with established veterans can accelerate their learning curve, improve their decision-making, and enhance their overall impact. The Lakers have a unique advantage here because the presence of experienced stars allows younger players to gain exposure to high-level competition and playoff intensity. Players like Josh Green or similar second-tier wings can refine their game, learn defensive schemes, and adapt to multiple roles, making them more valuable both in the present season and as potential trade assets in the future. Development and performance go hand in hand, and building a roster with players who have upside ensures that the Lakers can remain competitive beyond any single season. Flexibility also extends to the team's offensive and defensive schemes. Having players capable of switching across multiple positions allows the coaching staff to experiment with rotations and strategies that adapt to different opponents. The ability to adjust lineups dynamically based on matchups, pace, and game context is invaluable, particularly in the playoffs where every possession is critical. A deep, versatile roster ensures that the Lakers are not constrained by personnel limitations and can pursue a style of play that maximizes their strengths while mitigating weaknesses. Depth, athleticism, and adaptability become the core elements of a roster capable of competing for a championship, even if a single superstar addition doesn't materialize. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the basketball world, LeBron James has reportedly made the decision to part ways with the Los Angeles Lakers for good. While nothing is officially signed beyond the announcement, sources close to the four-time NBA champion suggest that LeBron is seriously contemplating a fresh chapter in his legendary career, one that will see him don a different jersey and explore new opportunities both on and off the court. The Lakers, who have long been synonymous with LeBron's dominance and charisma, now face an unprecedented challenge, filling the void left by a player who has been the heartbeat of the franchise for nearly a decade. Insiders hint that LeBron's decision may stem from a combination of personal ambitions and a desire to chase untapped challenges in the league. While fans have speculated about potential destinations ranging from the Eastern Conference powerhouses to unexpected mid-tier teams hungry for a championship push, nothing has been confirmed. Analysts suggest that a reunion with former teammates, or even a venture into a rebuilding squad, could redefine LeBron's narrative in ways previously unimaginable. The ripple effects of such a move extend far beyond the hardwood. Sponsorships, media presence, and the overall NBA landscape are likely to shift dramatically. Among the Lakers fan base, reactions are mixed. Some express disbelief, struggling to envision the team without its most iconic figure since Kobe Bryant, while others see this as a bittersweet opportunity for the organization to reinvent itself. Meanwhile, speculation over how the Lakers will respond has dominated sports talk shows and social media platforms, with debates over potential trades, drafts, and front office strategies dominating headlines. While the rumor mill churns with potential destinations and scenarios, one thing is certain. LeBron James leaving Los Angeles, if confirmed, would mark the end of an era in the NBA. The basketball world stands on the edge of what could be one of the most dramatic shifts in recent memory, and every move, every hint, is being scrutinized. Whether this departure leads to glory elsewhere or signals a new chapter of legacy building, one certainty remains. The story of LeBron James is far from finished, and the next act promises to be just as compelling as the one that has captivated Lakers fans for so long. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.